Tonight on DC News Now at 9, a shooting in Prince George's County draws a massive police presence. We're live at the scene with details of the investigation. Days after a missing Virginia man is found dead, his loved ones slam how law enforcement handled the search.
They didn't care about him.
Tonight, police respond to the criticism.
Statistics are more important than saving lives at the OUC.
And sounding the alarm. A former 911 dispatcher calls out DC's long criticized emergency call center. Is the new leader working on a fix? Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan, and we begin with breaking news. A 3-year-old boy shot and killed in Prince George's County, Maryland. His mother also shot, now in the hospital. Our Mariel Carbone joining us live tonight from the scene in Langley Park. And Mariel, police just wrapped up a briefing just moments ago.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. We've been on the scene for over an hour now, but as you mentioned, just in the last few minutes, we were able to get that update from police. Perhaps the most important information, finding out about the victims in this, that unfortunately, we do know that 3-year-old boy has been killed out here. The mother still at the hospital tonight. Now, police have said this has been extremely upsetting for the police responding. Of course, the community members that were out here witnessing this. This is inside of an apartment complex in Langley Park. Police tell us it all happened around 5:30. Officers were in the area, and that is when they heard gunfire and responded to this scene. As soon as officers arrived here, they immediately found those victims and went and tried to help save them. We have a lot of questions for police, really asking about the circumstances, and at this point they tell us it is too early in the investigation. We had heard reports that maybe this was related to a carjacking, and we asked officers about that. Again, they say it's too early to know if that is true or what led to this shooting out here. As far as suspects go, they don't know how many people could be involved or what the suspect or suspects may look like. So that is all information we are still waiting to get out here. Of course, officials out here understandably upset, angry about this. Take a listen to what they had to say tonight.
This needs to stop in our community. This is totally unacceptable, and it has to stop.
So police and officials just begging the public, if they know anything, to report that. They say that that information is so vital. There are so many people out here in this area. So they say, please come forward, especially for the family of that young boy out here tonight. We will bring more information to you later in the show. But for now, reporting live in Langley Park, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, just so heartbreaking, Mariel. Thank you. Again, that 3-year-old boy killed in a shooting in Langley Park, Maryland tonight. His mother also shot. This is a look at the scene right now. We are still waiting on suspect information. Just a massive police scene out there in Prince George's County. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story throughout the night, both here on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Switching gears for a slight moment. We are watching clear skies across the region. We're going to continue to see that tomorrow morning as you are kicking off your Friday. So hopefully you're excited about Friday afternoon where we're going to see some warmer temperatures. At this point, increasing clouds across the region from Woodstock to Luray, Martinsburg, as well, Winchester. We are noticing the influence of our next storm system that's coming out of the Pacific Northwest. You do have high pressure well to our north at this point, and it's starting to retreat. That's why we have the influence of that storm system that's coming out of the upper Midwest. That's the same storm that we saw in the Pacific Northwest with all of that flooding and mudslides. It's finally racing across the country. 45 right now under mostly cloudy skies. The southerly breeze picking up 5 to 10 miles per hour. But all in all, it's a very comfortable night. Tomorrow, kicking off your day around 9 a.m. upper 30s, so a very mild start. Really don't need to have the coat handy as you are kicking off your morning. It's really mid-afternoon. We are talking about 60-degree temperature readings across much of the DMV. I have that full forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa, we'll see you then. Thanks. Meanwhile, new developments tonight in Fairfax County. Police say 4 people now in custody for a string of bizarre home break-ins dating back to December. Dubbed the Rose Ruse burglars, the group is accused of going door to door, pretending to sell flower bouquets in order to break into homes. Now, detectives were able to track the suspects to Georgia, where they're being held without bond. They'll eventually be extradited back to Virginia. All right, some other top stories we're following tonight at 9 o'clock in Columbia, Maryland. A school bus overturned, sending 4 middle school students to the hospital. Howard County Police say the bus is carrying 19 students when it veered off Old Columbia Road, then flipped over. Police are still investigating that cause and say there's no indication the driver was impaired. We are working now to learn the extent of those students' injuries. And in Montgomery County, a less redacted version of a report on the school system's handling of misconduct complaints is now public. It largely focuses on bullying and harassment allegations against former principal Joe Beidelman. County Council also questioning school board members in a hearing today. Our Randy Bass has those details coming up in our next half hour. Meanwhile, in Virginia, lawmakers in the House of Delegates have voted down a bill that would have caused a near total abortion ban in the state. Bipartisan vote was 8-0. The measure would have made abortions illegal, except in cases necessary to save the mother's life.
Vote no! Vote no! Vote no!
Well, today, some of the strongest opponents of the proposed arena in Alexandria rode down to Richmond together on a bus. Now, they're telling lawmakers why they should stop Monumental's plans for the arena before any ground is broken. Our Max Marcilla is in Richmond, where those protesters gathered.
We've seen the Coalition to Stop the Arena at Potomac Yard rally in Alexandria, sharing their opposition to the proposal. Now they're coming here to Richmond to share their message with state lawmakers, essentially the first line of defense and the first governing body that will decide whether they want to see the Wizards and Capitals move from D.C. to Alexandria. Just steps away from the Virginia state capitol.
This project is a bad deal.
These Alexandrians and Washingtonians held a press conference and rally with their message aimed directly at lawmakers.
We elected them to make the tough decisions, and that's true. The good thing is this is a really easy decision.
Throughout the day, members of the Coalition to Stop the Arena at Potomac Yard met with lawmakers, warning them of what they call downsides of a plan to approve this entertainment district, centered around a new home for the Caps and Wizards, ranging from transportation and the economics of the deal to what the district would lose.
We're amplifying what they already know. I can't tell you how they're going to vote, but I know they're listening.
Late Monday afternoon, Monumental Sports pushing back, calling the project a win-win and saying making this a reality would bring a broad economic impact to the region.
If we want to win championships and we want to bring great fans into this community, we need to provide a different arena and a different experience for them.
The arena bill making its way through Richmond is expected to be put forward to the Senate Finance Committee tomorrow, the first hurdle it faces in Richmond. Chair Louise Lucas had this to say.
That if I don't get some of the priorities met that we have for Hampton Roads, that I'm never going to vote for an arena.
The legislation lawmakers here are considering would be to create a stadium authority. That's the body that would finance the $2 billion project. Some of that money would come from Monumental, some would come from the revenue generated if the arena and entertainment district were to get built. If it does pass here in Richmond, the next stop would be Alexandria City Council. Reporting in Richmond, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, meantime, the Alexandria Chamber of Commerce says it's endorsing the planned sports and entertainment district in Potomac Yard. Chamber believes the project will help economic growth in the city. They also say they need to attract projects that broadens the city's tax base. In national news tonight at 9 o'clock, President Biden addressing a new special counsel report released just today. It claims he willfully retained and shared highly classified materials when he was a private citizen. However, the report from special counsel Robert Hur from the Department of Justice says no criminal charges are warranted for President Biden or anyone else. During an address in the diplomatic room tonight, the president denied the assertion that he shared any classified information.
These assertions are not only misleading, they're just plain wrong. The evidence said I did not willfully retain these documents. The bottom line is the matter is now closed.
Well, the president also lashed out the special counsel for questioning his recollection of his late son Beau's death from cancer. President Biden said he doesn't believe it was any of Hur's business. He went on to say his memory is fine and he believes he remains the most qualified person to serve as president. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court appears skeptical of efforts to kick former President Trump off the 2024 presidential election ballot. In oral arguments today, both conservative and liberal justices raised questions of whether Trump can be disqualified because of his efforts to undo his loss in the 2020 election that ended with the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The case is the most significant elections dispute the justices have been forced to confront since Bush v. Gore. Now, if the Supreme Court ultimately rules against Trump, it would almost certainly end his campaign for another term. Well, still ahead.